Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of STARCADE. Can you believe it? It is our fourth episode. But honestly, with every episode, I'm more amazed that we are still doing this. That's crazy, 4 episodes. For those of you new to the show, my name is Dan, and I will be your host tonight as 3 brand new players face a variety of games that they will discover and compete in on the spot. Games will get harder, and the point values will go higher as the game goes on. At the end of 4 games, only 1 player will be crowned our winner and will walk away knowing that they are smarter than everybody else. If you're watching the stream, obviously smash that like and subscribe button. We are very close to 50 subscribers. I would absolutely love if we could hit that by the end of the night. I always say, this is the part where I usually say, play along in the comments, which is more true tonight than ever because the people in the comments will possibly have the chance to affect who wins the entire show. But we'll get to more on that just a little bit later. But first, let's go ahead and introduce our crew. Hello, crew.
Hey.
So before we get into the players, I just want to introduce my co-host. Let's introduce Sven. How's it going, Sven?
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hi, Mom.
Sven's going to be helping us out with the scoring a little bit later on. He'll kind of pop in and out. But yeah, Sven's been here since the beginning and make sure that this doesn't go off the rails. And so let's go ahead and introduce our 3 brand new players. First up, let's introduce Matthew. Matthew, if you could give us your name, your pronouns, and just the kind of questions you're hoping to see tonight. What do you think you're going to be good at?
Oh my gosh. Hi, Dan. My name is Matthew. I am 32 years old, hailing from Portland, Oregon. Pronouns are he, him. Questions I am hoping to hear tonight. Let's say some movies and TV. That's what I'm hoping for. Movies and TV.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything, but okay. Very good. And next up, we have Ace.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ace. I'm 27, and I'm from the Inland Empire in SoCal. I don't know what kind of questions I'm hoping for, but if there's anything like in the reality TV competition world, I think I would have more likelihood of having a good answer with those.
I totally get that. I don't think there's been a single episode without something reality TV related. So yeah, so you'll at least have one for sure. And Sarah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah. I'm 32 from Pasadena, California. Let's say I'm a human IMDb. So anything with movies and actors and celebrities, I think I'm pretty good at. I also know a lot about the Winter Olympics. So if that pops up, that's happening right now. I learned a lot about those niche, strange sports like luge and skeleton and the biathlon. So if that pops up.
What is skeleton?
That is when you're lying on your stomach and you're going face first on your sled.
That's called that? Oh, that's so cool.
Luge for psychos.
Yeah, I was going to say, like a scarier version of luge.
I'm pretty sure
it
was invented by kindergartners on the playground.
Yeah, I get that. No, well, all sports terrify me. So there might be some sports in here, but it's going to be less for sure. All right. Well, yeah, thank you guys. So let's go ahead and we're going to get into our first game. Let me do a little transition here. Boop, there we go. Okay. Give me 1 second and there we go. Okay, perfect. So for our first game tonight, we're going to go to the movies with a game called Let's Get Critical. So they say everyone's a critic, and now you're going to have to put yourselves in the shoes of one. I'm going to show you 10 movies, one by one, and it's up to you to tell me how the critics reviewed the movies through the most accurate and non-controversial method, the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter. This isn't how good the movie actually is, this is how good the critics think it was. So for those of you who don't know, on Rotten Tomatoes, anything under 60% is considered rotten, and anything 60% or above is fresh. You will give me a score between 0 and 100, and if your score is in the same rotten versus fresh, you get a point. Nice and simple. There's no buzzing in for this. Everybody gets to give an answer. If your score is within 5 points of the actual tomato meter score, you get another point. So you can earn up to 2 points per movie. If you somehow are able to get it right on the money, you get the exact tomato meter score. You'll still only get those 2 points, but nobody else will get any points. So that'll be really good for putting you in the lead. Yeah, everybody clear on how the game works?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let me go ahead and change this here, and we will get into our first movie, which is Everything Everywhere All at Once. We're going with a more recent movie. Got a lot of Academy Award acclaim. Let's start with Ace. Ace, what do you think the number is for this movie?
I mean, I would assume it's in the like higher range. I mean, I remember this movie winning a lot of awards, so I'm gonna go with like a 95%. That might be crazy, but 95.
No, I totally get it. 95. Matthew?
I think that's really close. Now, remind me, Dan, it doesn't matter if we're a little bit further away from the other folks. That's okay. We just all want to be kind of in that same fresh zone.
Exactly. Honestly,
Okay.
if let's say this movie is fresh and you gave me a 61 and this movie's 100, you still get a point.
Okay.
So, but if you
Okay.
get even closer, you get more points.
I'm going to say 97%. I'm in the same thinking as Ace here. I think it was a beloved movie by critics and audiences alike.
Deservedly so. Sarah, what do you think?
My gut is telling me 88%.
88. Okay, all high numbers. And the correct answer is 93%. So Ace and Matthew both get 2 points and 1 point for Sarah. She's just a little too far off. Just so you guys know, and I also have the audience score in there as well if you guys are interested, which I personally think is way too low, but what do I know? Okay, so like I said, that is 1 point for everybody, but an extra point for Ace and Matthew. Moving on to our next movie, National Treasure, a classic movie. What do you guys think it is? Let's start with Matthew for this one.
Oh no! Oh god, this is one where I fear that the critic and audience discrepancy is going to be really big. Oh my god, what did critics think of this when it came out? I know it's like thought of as like this cult classic at this point now, but I do fear that critics did not care for it. I'm gonna give it a 58.
58. Okay, so in the rotten category.
Yeah. Sadly, I do like this movie.
No, I do too. I think it's probably my favorite Nicolas Cage movie, which is a bad sign. Sarah, what do you think?
Right now I'm debating between the 50s and the 60s. Let's go with 56.
56. All right. Ace, what do you think?
I have honestly no clue. This is from when it like first came out, right? That's what we're guessing.
I think, yeah, usually it's like within the first couple weeks, I think the reviews come out.
For sure. I have no clue, but I'm gonna go with Rotten. I also am thinking like around the 50 range, so I'm gonna guess like 52.
52. Okay. You guys are all pretty even here. The answer is 47%. Yeah, this is, and again, audience 76. This is like Matthew said, this is a pretty big discrepancy. So that is, Ace actually gets, so you all get 1 point. Ace gets 2 points because he's within 5. So perfect. Great job. So let's move on to our next movie. And these are only going to get harder. The Birdcage. Personally, one of my favorite Robin Williams movies, and definitely my favorite Nathan Lane movie. Sarah, what do you think?
Let's go with 72.
72. Okay. Ace, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's going to be fresh. I'm going to go with just a solid 80 score, I think.
80?
Yeah.
Perfect. And Matthew?
I'm going to give it 68.
68. Not as confident in it. The answer is 84%. So that is 1 point for everybody with an additional point for Ace. Ace, you're killing this.
Ace, well done.
Just going off.
Spent a lot of time on Rotten Tomatoes?
Fine.
I said you spent a lot of time on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, no. Sorry. It cut out for me. No, I
no
honestly
worries.
just been kind of going off vibes.
All right, so let's go on to our next movie, which is Top Gun. The classic Top Gun just had a sequel. We'll start with Ace for this one.
I mean, I have to imagine that this was very popular, especially when it first came out. But as far as like critics score, I have no, like, I have genuinely no concept of what critics look for in a movie. But I'm gonna guess it's fresh. I'll guess I don't know. I'll guess like 85 for this one. I think it'll be rated
80.
higher than the last one, but
85. Good to know. Matthew, what do you think?
I just watched this movie for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I don't know that I've ever seen a movie repeat the same two songs over and over again throughout the movie than this does. Crazy stuff. But I have a feeling that in the 80s, it was like pretty revelatory in a lot of ways. I'm gonna say, what did you say, Ace?
85.
I said 85.
I'm gonna say 79.
79. All right. And Sarah?
Okay, so I should be an expert on this movie because I did a documentary about the making of Top Gun. Check out Icons Unearthed Tom Cruise. So I've sat in interviews with the writers and producers and directors and actors, not the director, assistant director. And I have my very own hot takes on this movie. And I'm going to get this so wrong.
Sasha's correct.
So you're 1,000% right, Sash.
Let's do 84.
84. Okay. That's crazy. I need to do more background checks on you guys before these. For the first game, the first ever game in the first episode was about Oreo flavors. Sven was on it, and Sven was like, "Oh, I used to work at Nabisco. I've tried all the Oreo flavors." I was like, "Well, damn."
That wasn't part of the questionnaire. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely should be. So we got 85, 79, and 84. The actual answer is 59. Yes.
Whoa.
Critics did not like Top Gun. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the movie. I don't think it deserves to be that low.
I didn't think it was
that's
very
crazy
good.
to me. So nobody gets a point on this one. But I can see their audience are 83. So yeah,
I feel validated.
I personally go more audience score when it comes to movies like this. Let's go to our next one. The Devil Wears
that's why it
Prada.
took the sequel so long to come out.
Well,
There you
yeah.
go.
I'm sure the sequel is probably much higher. So the next one, so the next one is Devil Wears Prada. We'll start with Matthew for this one.
Again, like, this is one where, like, I don't know what critics were like at the time with this movie. I know that now it's seen as like this beloved classic. I have to think that folks have liked it. I'm gonna say 75.
75. Okay. Sarah?
Let's go 82. I think this script was really revered for its time.
Cool. Ace?
I mean, I love this movie, so I
So do
kind
I.
of want to rate it higher. But I'll stick in the 80s range, so I'll just answer 85 again.
85. Okay. The actual number is 75. So Matthew got it right on the nose, which didn't expect to happen. So good thing I put that rule in there. So that is 2 points for Matthew and no points for anybody else.
Wow.
Great job. That's wild that you got that. Okay, and it is a phenomenal movie. One of my personal favorites, and I'll be first there for the next one. Just like I was for Mamma Mia too. Okay, next up we have The Truman Show, a classic Jim Carrey movie. Again, another beloved movie. What do you think? Let's start with Sarah for this one.
I've never seen this movie. I'll go with 82.
Oh my God.
I know the concept.
Sarah, you got to change that. This movie's amazing.
I truly thought you were going to say I did a documentary on this movie. Okay, well, yes, you should see it. It's there's nothing like it. Ace, what do you think?
I feel like this is going to be one of the higher rated ones, but I have really no clue. I'm going to go with fresh side of things. I'm going to go with I'll do like 78%.
78. Okay. And Matthew?
Took me a criminally long time to see this movie, but once I did, it became instantly one of my favorites. I'll go 88.
88. Okay. You guys are all around the same area again. The actual number is 94. So that is 1 point for all of you. Matthew's just a little bit off for getting the second point. Who just said it's fine?
Was that Sasha? Bad take.
The
Wow.
hot takes in the comment section.
You're never coming back on this show. All right. Next one, we have The Producers. This is the second one with Nathan Lane. I threw this in here because this was the first time I went on a date with a girl. I saw this movie. Yes, and I loved it so much more than she did, and that should have been a sign. So let's go with, I think we go back to the top. So let's start with Ace for this one, for the first one.
Yeah, I've never seen this movie. I've never heard of this movie, to be quite honest. I know that, like, don't hate me in the comments if y'all have loved it, but because I don't know anything really about it, I'm gonna say that this was on the rotten side, so I'll just say it 59%. Like, just it's on that side, I think. I don't know.
59. This is the reboot of the first Producers, I believe. Which had, I think, Gene Wilder in it. So I don't know if that helps anybody. Matthew, what do you think?
It's my association with The Producers is just Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's the only reference point I have for The Producers. I am aware of this movie. I have never seen it, and I'm trying to remember. I feel like I don't want to like give away too much for Sarah, who's going next, if you don't know, but like I think there's some cultural significance in my head around this. I am gonna go on the fresh side and say 71.
71. Okay. Sarah, what do you think?
I've seen this movie. It's been a while, but I remember being obsessed with it at the time. Just being obsessed with musicals. Let's do 62.
62. You guys are all over the place here number-wise. All right. The actual Rotten Tomatoes score is 51. So that is 1 point for Ace, and that's it. Yeah, it was rotten, which, again, I don't agree. Oh,
Nat's
good job,
nailed
Nat.
it.
I don't know if you just looked up the number or just happened to get it right, but great job. Next one, we have Toy Story, the first Toy Story. This is a big deal. Let's start with, I think we start with Matthew on this one.
I gotta think that this is extremely high. This broke new ground in technology. It was the first of its kind. It was the first Pixar movie. 95.
95 for Matthew. Okay. Sarah.
I'm gonna go 98.
98, even higher. Okay. Ace, what do you think?
I agree. I think it's gonna be like up there, just because of how revolutionary it was for like the graphic animation part of it. I'm gonna say like a 90. You said 95, 98. I'll go 97, just to be like in the middle there.
Perfect. The actual number, 100%. Not one bad review. So that is 2 points for all three of you. I threw this in here because Toy Story 1 has 100%. Toy Story 2 has 100%. Toy Story 3 has 99%. I think it had like 2 bad reviews.
We need to find those 2 people and make sure they never write a review again, because that's the best
I
Toy Story
completely
movie.
agree.
I want to know what that 1% was like.
They
for. What did
definitely
they hate
wanted
for?
to just like be a troll. They definitely wanted to break the record. But yeah, absolutely insane. It's so good. It still holds up to this day. My son's literally named Andy. Like it holds its weight.
Cute.
Going to the next movie, Jumanji, Robin Williams classic. We will start with, I keep forgetting who we should start with. Let's start with Sarah.
I've only seen the remake.
You
But
should give this whatever rating the remake had.
I think fans really like this. I don't know what critics are gonna say. I think they love Robin Williams. I'll say fresh, and I'll say 69.
69.
Nice.
Okay. Ace?
See, I was thinking it would probably be around 70s to 80s. I love this movie, so maybe that's clouding my judgment. Like, this is probably one of my like top 10 favorite movies, definitely. But yeah, critic wise, I have no clue. But I'll say 82%.
82. All right. And Matthew?
I was thinking more in the Sarah range that she gave. I'm going to say 66. But I think the audience score is going to be much higher.
All right. The actual number is 55.
Wow.
So that is no points for anybody. You guys
Damn.
were all in the fresh range. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it was interesting for its time, but looking
It's
back,
silly.
he's done so much better, I'll be honest. I mean, the birdcage is right there. All right. Our next movie, Legally Blonde. Ace got excited. Why don't you go first, Ace?
And you want to talk about top 3 favorite movies? This is up there. Critic choice, no clue. I'm gonna say it's on the fresh side because I am fully biased about this movie. I'm gonna say this is a 77%.
77. Okay, Matthew?
Yeah, I mean, this movie's amazing. 73.
73.
Because critics are kind of stupid.
Yeah, you got to give them all like a little grain of salt. Sarah, what do you think?
Let's go with 70.
70. Okay. I was also going to do My Cousin Vinny because I had this idea for a crossover between the two, but I ended up not doing that. The answer is 72. So that is 1 point for Ace and 2 points for Matthew and Sarah. Oh, wait. 70. No, I'm sorry. 2 points for all 3 of you. I can't do math. So great job. You guys really nailed that one. 72 for the critics and for the audience. Great job. Next up, there are no more. So great job. So you guys got your points. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard. Let me bring Sven back in to show us our scores. Sven, how are we doing? Oh, how are we doing?
You guys are doing amazing, actually.
It's close.
Ace has 11, Matt has 10, and Sarah has 7.
Great job. Oh man, it's still anybody's game, and the points are only going to go up higher now. So let's go ahead and move into the next part of our show. So now that we're all warmed up, we're going to take a moment to celebrate something that unites all of us, which is forced capitalism. That's right. We are heading back to our virtual item shop that was such a big hit the last game or the last episode that we just decided to make it a permanent part of the show. Welcome back to Star Mart. So we have some amazing deals for you guys where that can be yours today for the low price of just some of those points that you've just earned. These are some exclusive items that have the potential to help you out throughout the rest of today's show. Each player is limited to 1 item, and no 2 players can buy the same item because that would be too complicated for me. So let's go ahead and take a look. And we're going to go in the order of your guys' score so far. These are the 6 items that you can be buying today. So I'll just run through them really quick. First one, for 2 points, you can phone a Sven. You can ask our producer his opinion on the answer to the question after you buzz in. Just so you guys know, Sven has not seen any games beyond this, so he doesn't know the answer, but he knows me pretty well, so he knows the kind of stuff I'm going to put in the show. For 2 points, we have crowd control. After buzzing in to answer, I'm going to give you, it says here 5, I'll give you 5 to 10 seconds, where I will put the YouTube chat on the screen. Something like this. If you have somebody in the chat who might be able to help you out, maybe they can just throw the answer in there. You might have somebody giving you the wrong answer. You never know. But you can kind of crowdsource the question for yourself. For 2 points, we have rewind. After giving an incorrect answer, you can use this item 1 time to get the chance to guess again. We have Eat the Rich, 3 points. This works just like a blue shell in Mario. Whenever you play this, whoever is currently in the lead just loses 5 points. Nice, sweet, to the point. We have Slowpoke for 4 points. For 1 entire game, if you're the first or the second person to buzz in, you get the chance to guess. It pushes you to the first. So if you're kind of slow on the buttons, that could be helpful. And for a whopping 5 points, in the next game, you will get a significant advantage. I'll let you guys take a look at these. And we will start with... Oh, you guys are in the wrong order again. Get back. We will start with Ace. Ace, you had 11. What would you like to buy?
Can I ask a clarification question about one of them real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Eat the Rich is looking mighty appetizing to me to buy.
Yeah.
But it's the person in first place. So just
Right.
hypothetically, which I'm not trying to say it will be me, but in the event that person is me, I would use it on myself then, right? If that.
So you
Or does it go to
would, first place would lose 5 points. So you use it at any point that you want. If you're in first place, just don't use it. You basically use it throughout the rest of the game. So you can hold on to it until we get closer to the end, or once a certain person maybe runs into first place, you can go ahead and use it at that point. It's totally up to you. But if you do use it when you're in first place, I'll have to take 5 points away.
Yeah, I'll take that one off the board. I'd rather have that in my pocket than in someone else's.
The defensive play. Respect.
Yeah, I think so.
Very smart. Okay. So Sven, can you remove 3 points from Ace's score? And as I add that to your screen there, Matthew, what would you like?
Okay. I also was tantalized by the Eat the Rich advantage, but I'm kind of glad that Ace took it, so I don't have to think about it. So let's see. Despite what Nats said in the chat that you put up there of if you see my answer, don't believe me, I have faith in chat, so I'm going with the crowd control advantage.
Okay, I love it. Adding crowd control there. Sven, if you remove 2 points from Matthew. And Sarah, what would you like?
I will take Phone Sven.
Phone us. Awesome. All right. Phone us, Sven. Perfect. All right. So you guys all have your items. Don't forget to use them. I'll do my best to remind you that you have them, but they work until the end of the last game. So yeah, use them at any time.
I have a quick question about Eat the Rich.
Sure.
If Ace chooses to play it like mid-round,
Yeah.
it will be based on the current points, right? It won't be based on when we started the round. Does that make sense?
Correct. So so if he does it like halfway through me reading a question or as somebody's answering a question, whatever the score is at that moment before Sven changes the scoreboard, that is what gets taken away.
So Ace just scream, Eat the Rich.
Well, I want to make sure that I'm not the one.
I know. You got to be doing some mental math there, buddy.
Oh god.
Yeah. You might want to use it. I mean, we'll go back to the scoreboard between each game, but just keep that in mind for sure. Yeah. Don't get too trigger happy.
I know. Matt's just wanting me to use it right now. He's
just clear it off the board. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So let us get into our next game. Sven, if you could start doing the thing you're supposed to do right now, as I read the script here. So STARCADE at its core is a trivia show. I ask you questions, you give me answers, and the world keeps spinning. But the next game is also about trivia, but the questions are not ordinary. In fact, they are some of my favorite, most exclusive pop culture questions that I have found since the show began. I have a master Excel sheet, Sven has seen it, of just random fun facts and trivia questions that kind of make this whole show. I just took out my favorites and we put them into one game. But these questions are too important to just let anybody answer them. So that is why if you want to answer these, you're going to have to put your money where your mouth is, or more accurately, the imaginary money that Sven is adding to your screens right now. This is a game called Bidding War. Yes, Sarah, you got it. Went in the clues. I saw your comment before. You nailed it. So we're giving each of you fake $100. One by one, I will give you hints related to some of the questions, and it will be on you to bid on the chance, nay, the privilege to answer those questions. Once I determine who the highest bidder is, I bought my gavel online. We will reveal the question, and only that person gets the chance to answer it. If they get it right, they walk away with a whopping 3 points for that question. There are guaranteed, going with Survivor rules, there are guaranteed 7 questions in here. After that, we'll just keep going until I run out of the questions that we've lined up. If you run out of money, you're out. If you have money left over when the game is over, you do not get to walk away with it. Does everybody understand how this works?
So we're all getting $100. That's what I heard.
You are absolutely not getting $100. I'm running at a deficit with this show, so you're getting nothing. All right, so let's go into our first one, and here is your hint. Not the space and everything like that. Just the yellow thing is your hint. The space stuff is otherwise. Let's see who wants to bid first.
$1.
$1 to Matthew. Anybody else?
$2.
Okay. Sarah.
I'll do
Ace
3.
For 3. Okay, Ace for 3.
I'll go to 4.
4 for Sarah.
I'll go $5.
$5 for Matthew. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Matthew.
Oh, no.
$5 for the chance.
What have I done?
This question, here is your question, Matthew. Which of the following is not the name of a ghost from the game Pac-Man? Blinky, Stinky, Inky, and Pinky.
Okay. And if I get this wrong, nobody else gets a chance to answer it.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Then we just reveal the answer.
All right. I don't know Pac-Man very well. I know that at some point in my life, I heard these names. So it's like somewhere in my head. And the first, when I saw one of these come up, I thought, I don't think that's one of them. I'm going to say Stinky.
Stinky. And he would be correct. Stinky is actually Clyde. So great job. That is 3 points for Matthew. Also down $5. Great job. Yeah, I was going to throw in one. I don't know if you guys know this, but the blocks from Tetris have their own names too, which are like Squiggly Joe and stuff. They're weird names. But I decided to go with something a little more straightforward and go with Pac-Man. So that's 3 points for Matthew. Let's go to our next question. Yes, Clyde is very stinky. I completely agree. Next up, here is your hint.
Jesus.
No, if this was Magic the Gathering, I'd be placing a bid right now. Because it seems to be involved with deck building, in my opinion.
Not me next to a giant pile of Magic the Gathering cards right
Oh
now.
my god, me too. This
Do
is
you really?
right here and right here are storage.
Not to get too nerdy, but I'm just transitioning all my decks over to Commander decks because that's all people play now. But yeah. Anyway, does anybody have a bid for this one?
$2.
$1.
$1.
Oh, I heard $2 from Matthew. I don't know what Ace said.
I just said $1.
$1. Okay, so $2 for Matthew.
$4.
$4 for Ace.
$5.
$5 for Matthew.
6.
6 for Ace.
7.
7 for Matthew. Sarah's like, no, thank you. Going once. Going twice.
8.
Oh, you said it before I hit the button. 8 for Ace.
I'll go
Going
9.
once.
I'll go 9.
9 for Matthew.
Yeah.
I'll go 10. Will you go 11?
10 for Ace.
No, you can have it at 10.
All right. Sold to Ace for $10. All right. Here is your question. This is the original design for which of the original 151 Pokemon? Is this the original Weedle, the original Diglett, the original Gyarados, or the original Kabuto?
So, I know relative.
Oh, I think your audio is out. Can you hear me?
Ace, we can't hear you.
Yeah, Ace, we can't hear you. Ace, we can't hear you. He's still going. We can't hear you.
Can we hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry if there's like feedback. I had to disconnect my headphones. I'm
As long
gonna
as
go
you
with
weren't buying time to
Gyarados.
Google it, but go on.
No, I wasn't. I promise. Honestly, Google, I don't even think would have helped me in this scenario. But I'll go with Gyarados just to answer the question. That's my guess.
Gyarados. All right. And the answer is Gyarados. Yeah. That is the original Gyarados. Great job. 3 points for Ace right there. All right. Wow, you guys are good at this. A lot better than I thought you'd be, so I should have made this harder. Going into the next question, it is an audio clue. So let me get that queued up. Listen very carefully. This is your clue. Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, absolutely.
get that one more time, Dan? Yes. Okay.
I'll go 5.
Oh, okay. 5 for Sarah.
I'll go 6.
6 for Matthew.
8.
Going once. Oh, what'd you say, Sarah?
8.
8 for Sarah.
I'll go 9.
9 for Matthew.
10.
10 for Sarah. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Sarah for $10. Great job. Here is your question. What is the name of this iconic sound effect that has been used in hundreds of films, television, and other media? Fortunately, you don't get options.
The Wilhelm scream.
Oh my God.
8.
You
She
got it.
8.
I went to film
Wow.
school.
That was incredible. All right, Sarah, 3 points right there. Wow. Man, you guys are smarter than
I'm glad I got that. Whoa.
I'm so glad I didn't overbid on that. I would not have gotten that.
I felt like that was going to be the question, and I did not know the answer. So I was
No,
like,
that's
I'm gonna
very,
sit this one
yeah,
out.
absolutely. Well, I just learned of this recently, so great job. Oh my gosh. All right. So that is 3 points for you, Sarah. Going into the next question. Here is your clue. Come on, Survivor heads.
This is where our worlds collide. All of
And we're all waiting to see who's going to bid first. I'll go 5.
I'll
I'll
start
go
it out with
5.
5. Oh, thanks, Sarah, on the same
I
note.
heard
I'll go 10. I'll go 10.
10
I'll
from
go-
8. Ace
I'll go
is like,
12.
just let me have it. Anybody else?
12.
12 from Matthew.
15.
15 from Sarah. Oh, everybody wants this question. 15
16.
from Sarah. 16 from Matthew.
17.
17 from Ace.
18.
18 from Matthew. Going once. Going twice.
19.
Oh, 19 from Sarah. What'd you say, Matthew?
20.
20 from Matthew. Going once. Going twice. Sold to Matthew for $20.
It's going to be real bad if I get it wrong.
Definitely the biggest bet. All right, here is your question. Which season number of Survivor was the first to introduce the hidden immunity idol?
Okay. I need to walk through this in my head. Okay. I know that Yule had it in Cook Islands when it was still the God idol. And I'm trying to remember if it existed before then. And I think it might have, but I don't remember. And the early seasons are my weak point with Survivor. I have watched Panama. I watched Palau. I have not watched Guatemala. So if it happened in Guatemala, I wasn't going to get it anyway. I know I'm in the range here. Fuck. I'm gonna say Cook Islands, even though I think it might be wrong.
Which number is that?
13.
13. The answer is, oh, I hate to tell you this, it is Guatemala.
Oh, fucking Guatemala.
Number 11. As soon as you said I haven't seen Guatemala, I was like,
Yeah.
no.
yeah. Not great.
Yep. Guatemala. So sorry, no points there. But
Come on.
yeah, it was this. You were close. You were very, very close. All right. So let's go on to our next one. And here is your clue. It is the 4 possible answers. So I'm not telling you the question. You can bid based off of these 4 answers.
30.
Oh, Sarah's just like, I want it. $30 for Sarah. Anybody else?
You can take that.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. Sold to Sarah. I guess a Jim Carrey fan. Here is your question. 3 of these famous Jim Carrey movies released in 1994. Which one did not?
Oh, okay. Let's go with the Cable Guy. I think that one was later.
It was 2 years later, The Cable Guy. Great
Nicely
job.
done.
$30
Nicely
from
done. Good job,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah, great
I was
job.
a 93 baby, so I know my 90s movies. And I did promise I was a IMDb, so.
I mean, Jim Carrey, like, is the 90s. I remember, like, tuning into all of these like 100 times, especially The Mask. Great job. All right. So going on to our next one, I will show you the question and not the possible answers. All of these franchises began as toys before becoming animated television shows, except for which one?
10.
I'll start out with 10. I'll start out with 15.
Ace for 15.
I keep saying the same number Sarah's saying at the same time.
I'll go 20.
Ooh, $20 from Matthew.
Which
I'll do
question is this one?
22.
22 for Sarah. Going once, going twice.
23.
23 for Matthew. Going once, going twice. Sold to Matthew. $23. Here are the options. He-Man.
That's a lot more options than I thought there were.
That sucks. That's brutal for me.
Oh my god.
He-Man. Care Bears, Thundercats, Gem and the Holograms, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, My Little Pony. One of these 8 started out, or sorry, 7 of these 8 started out as toys before they were anything else. One of them started out as something else. Which one is it?
Okay. One of them started out as not toys.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. You can take My Little Pony and Care Bears and G.I. Joe totally off the board. And I feel like Transformers probably for that matter. I think they were toys first. I think. Sasha. Yeah, fuck it. I'll use crowd control. Why not? This sounds fun.
Okay, I love it.
Let's bring in the chat.
All right.
What do you got, y'all?
I'm just going to jump us back here because I don't know if we're going to be able to see it easily. So I'm going to just jump us back here for a second and let's bring in the crowd. All right, crowd, get ready to go. Here is the crowd. Can you see that okay?
TMNT. Okay. Dylan thinks Transformers. Dylan's probably wrong. I can't scroll up if that matters, but
Dylan read for Phil.
Sasha says it's TMNT. I'm gonna trust Sasha here. I think yeah, fuck it. Let's go TMNT.
And you would be correct.
Sasha, love you, buddy.
TMNT. Incredible. That one started out as a comic book, then it became toys, then it became a television show. Great job. Oh man. I see that was one I was like, everybody's gonna lose this one. All right, so 3 points for Matthew. Going into our next question, which is the guaranteed last question of the game, or not last question, but it is guaranteed to possibly, you know what I'm trying to say. This is the last guaranteed question in the game. And here is your clue. The silence is deafening.
I'll do 5.
5 for Sarah.
I'll do 10.
Oh.
I'll do 15.
15 for Ace.
I'll do 16.
16 for Matthew. Going once.
I'll do 17.
17 for Ace.
I'll do 18.
18 for Matthew.
I'll make it an even 20.
20 for Ace.
You can have it.
Going once, going twice. Sold to Ace. The term jump the shark originated from a scene in which television show? Frasier, Happy Days, I Love Lucy, Laverne and Shirley.
So Matthew's reaction makes me think he knows the answer. So I'm glad that I took the question from him. Now, can I read Matthew's mind? No. So let's see here. The term jump the shark. I couldn't even tell you what that phrase even means. So I don't I like so I'm not gonna be I'm gonna shoot in the dark here. I'm going to just say it was originated on Frasier. I have no clue.
Ace says Frasier. The correct answer is Happy Days. Yes, It was apparently the Fonz jumped over a shark, and people now use that as a phrase to mean it's insane. Like it's ridiculous. All right, so sorry, no points there. But at least Matthew didn't get it. That's something. And do we have another question? Yes, we do. Here is your clue. Horror movies, and notice the 2 arrows.
10.
10 for Sarah.
15.
15 for Ace.
The 2 arrows
20.
is cryptic. Sarah said
20.
20.
Oh, 20 for Sarah.
25.
25 for Ace.
30.
30 for Sarah.
She can have it. I'm not
going
gonna.
once,
I'm not gonna go
going
past it.
twice. Sold to Sarah. Sarah, the reason there were 2 arrows because you had the choice of 2 different types of questions. Would you like a question about Halloween, or would you like a question about Stephen King's It?
Halloween.
That's a good choice. Here is your question. Michael Myers' iconic mask in Halloween is a repurposed mask of which character? Just spray painted white. Is it
Captain
Captain
Kirk.
Kirk? Didn't even wait for you to finish. I love it. It is Captain Kirk. Great
Incredible.
job.
Incredible.
Amazing.
I love the confidence.
Sarah's like, I
I'm
have those
a
on display in
Star
my
Trek
home.
fan and a horror fan. So when you merge the 2, I'm so glad it wasn't a question about it because that's my least favorite.
It was a hard one. My husband used to host a horror show on YouTube, and I showed him the It question, and he didn't even know it. It's a tough one. So great job. So let's go to our next one here. So this one's a little interesting. I'm gonna play a sound. If nobody bids on it, I will give you a second clue. But if you think you want to just take a risk and you don't want people to see that second clue, you can go ahead and bid early. Here is your sound. Listen carefully.
$1.
Oh, $1 for Matt. Just
$5.
enough to the second clue.
5.
5 for Ace. Going
10.
once. 10 for Matthew.
15.
15 for Ace.
16.
16 for Matthew.
17.
17 for Ace.
18.
18 for Matthew.
I'll make it 20.
20 for Ace.
21.
21 for Matt. Oh, man. 21.
25.
25 for Ace. Once. Twice. Sold to Ace. Let me go ahead and... I don't want you to see that second hint. Here is your question. When playing the bonus round on Wheel of Fortune, what 6 letters are players given from the start? CHENL. I'm not going to read them, but there they are.
I do know this. My grandma. I love Wheel of Fortune. I used to watch it all the time with my grandma. So, hopefully I'm not wrong, because if I am wrong, I will genuinely question my memory. But I believe it is RSTLNE.
You would be correct. It is RSTLNE. Congratulations. That is 3 points for Ace. The clue was a picture of R.L. Stein, which is something that I always think of when I'm watching Wheel of Fortune. So great job.
I did not
yeah,
think that was going to be a Wheel of Fortune question. I thought that music was from like Wii Sports or something.
It did sound like it, yeah.
I
You
did
know-
not clock the music, but I was on Wheel of Fortune in high school, so I was pretty upset to see that this question came up.
Wait, like real Wheel of Fortune?
Yes, real Wheel of Fortune.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my
Team
God.
Best Friends Week.
How'd you do?
We won.
Oh, wow.
I solved the bonus puzzle for us. It paid for my freshman year of college. It was an amazing
Nice.
experience.
That's crazy. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, look at you just living my life. My dream life. All right. So that is 3 points for Ace. And with that, we're at the end of the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at our scores. Oh, man.
Have a
Are we
tie
tied?
game.
God.
Oh,
Complete
Wow.
tie.
oh.
I have a couple
Okay, y'all, we
things to
kinda ate
say.
that up though.
Yeah, go ahead, Sven.
Matt, you were killing me with those like the going down, like increasing your bid by 1, 2, 3. I'm like, my math skills are not good enough for this. So
Sorry, buddy.
it's all good. It worked out. And then second, Sarah, you came back this round. Amazing. You did a
That's
iconic-
crazy. Thank you.
That is nuts. We have it. I mean, I don't know if we're going to still have a tie at the end of the whole show, but we have a tiebreaker that I've never got the chance to use. So maybe I'll get to use it this time. But before we get to that, we're going to go into the next game. So we may be 2 days out from Valentine's Day, but love is still in the air. And when it comes to famous couples, we all know the classics. you have your Brangelina, you have your Benifer, you have your Harlisa Hamrinlin. But our next game is going to be looking at the greatest celebrity couples to never exist in a game called Star-Crossed. I've played Matchmaker and put together couples who you may not expect. In fact, they only really have one thing in common, and that is the end of one of their names starts the beginning of the second person's name. These would be couples like Sarah Jessica Parker Posey or Captain Morgan Freeman. So you'll notice here, I didn't take anything else into account, aside from including I didn't take into account their sexual orientations or even if they exist as people. I will read off some hints about these new couples, and they'll be on you to discover what two people I'm talking about. You have to answer in this type of fashion, kind of going into their new celebrity couple name. There are 3 hints for each couple, but feel free to buzz in once you think you know the answer. Get it right, walk away with 3 points. There are 8 couples in all. Remember, they don't have to be real, and 2 of you still have your items, which you are free to use. Let's use this time if you guys want to open your buzzer apps just to make sure you're all set there. Thank you, Sarah, for buzzing in. I see Ace is in there and Matthew's in there. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our first hint. They come from 2 different worlds. Person 1 started off performing with his band, while person 2 grew up with his father as king of their country. If you buzz in and get it wrong, you do not get to answer anymore in this question. Just a heads up. And person 1 is the first name, person 2 is the second name in putting them together. Yeah. I know it's not much, no buzzes. Let's go to the next one. Person 1 has a love of video games, having played roles in many game-to-screen adaptations. Person 2 has no time for games when he's saving his country and the world from doom. I'll give you a minute. This is the hardest game we've ever made. All right, let's go to the next one. Person 1 is tenacious and has appeared... Matthew.
Jack Black Panther.
Jack Black Panther. Great job. That is 3 points for Matthew. Wow, that's great. Oh, man. Perfect. So 3 points for Matthew. Good job. And let's go into our next fake celebrity couple. Despite coming from different countries, they both have become household names. Person 1 is a man who rocketed his way to the top, while person 2 is a righteous gem in his own right. Oh, Sarah.
Elton John Goodman?
Incredible.
Wow.
Elton John Goodman.
Yeah.
Great
Well done.
job. I didn't have to do the other hints. Wow. I think they'd make a cute couple personally. Great job. 3 points for Sarah. Going into the next one. Wow. Okay. I meant it when I said this was the hardest game we made. So, damn. Person 1 sees something beautiful in this relationship, yet obviously not literally. It's incredible that person 2 was able to stand out, especially coming from a place with only other women. Okay. It's a good thing. Oh, Sarah.
Stevie Wonder Woman.
Stevie Wonder Woman. Sarah gets it again. Great job. That is 3 points for Sarah with Stevie Wonder Woman. Damn. Okay. Next one. Oh, let me reset that. Person 1 isn't being cavalier in this relationship with person 2, who is ready to boldly go with him. I know there's not much there. All right, next one. When bored, they can compare their awards. Person 1 is a 19-time All-Star in his field, while person 2 rose the ranks from cadet through captain and finally ended at admiral. Okay. Next one. Both of them have a history in space. Person 1 played games in Space Jam with his cartoon friends, while person 2 spent years traveling the stars with his Starfleet crew. Ace.
I feel like my answer is going to be so bad. Oh my god, y'all are going to roast me. Michael Jordan Spock. I don't know if Spock has a first name.
No, that is incorrect. Good guess, though. Good guess. Sarah.
LeBron James T. Kirk.
LeBron James T. Kirk. Wow. Incredible. Oh my God. Sarah's running away
I was
with
trying
this
to
one.
like, oh, that was hard.
Yeah, that was one of the harder
Hard.
ones. I mean, so I did like 15 of these. These were the easiest ones. There was like Seth Green Lantern. There was some ones out there that no one was gonna get. So incredible.
Michael Jordan's
I like
Spock is
Jordan's Spock.
amazing.
That's really good. Let's make that canon.
Dan, I could do this all night.
I
This game is so
can't.
fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
I forgot who was in Space Jam too.
Yeah. I mean, this is the first and probably last time sports is going to come up on the show. So just everybody revel in it for a moment. And here we go with our next one. They both have so much in common, such as rising from the dead. Person 1 was resurrected after being stabbed, while person 2 was resurrected after eating some bad fruit. Next one. The world treats them so differently. Person 1 is called a know-nothing bastard, while person 2 is hailed as the fairest of them all. Matthew.
Jon Snow White.
Jon Snow White. 3 points for Matthew. Great job. Fantastic. Going into our next one. It's incredible that these two even got together. Person 1 has spent much of his life on ice, while person 2 is best known for being called ugly. Give me a second just to soak that in. Next hint. Person 1 is famous for standing up to fascism, and person 2 was recently famous for their monologue in support of women, both real and plastic. Matthew.
Captain America Ferrera.
Captain America Ferrera. Great job. The next hint was about traveling pants, so I would have probably given it away. Great job. 3 points for Matthew.
Can I interrupt real
Yes.
quick before we go to the next thing? Have the scores been updated? To current right now?
Oh, yes. Do you want to see the scores?
Yeah, I would love to see the scores, please.
Let us.
This is
bring
not
back
my
the
not my
scores.
game. This one.
Don't do it, Ace. Don't do it, Ace.
I'm so
Ooh.
sorry. But if I'm gonna get the most out of it, I have to use it now.
Oh, that's so
So-
smart.
I didn't think about what we would do when there's 2 people in first place, so we're going to go ahead and take 5 points away from both Matthew and Sarah.
It's good
Great
value
job,
right there.
Ace.
I'm so sorry.
You literally could not have used that better.
I had to figure something out because this game is not mine.
No, that's totally understandable. Great job.
Strategy is such a part of this game too, so you got it.
Yeah, that was really good timing. Fantastic. All right, let's go into our next celebrity couple. Person 1 is known for being crotchety and set in his ways, which could be challenging since person 2 is known for changes. Oh, Matthew.
Larry David Bowie.
Larry David Bowie. I was really happy when you talked about Curb Your Enthusiasm before. I got excited for this. Also a really cute celebrity couple, personally. Great job. That's 3 points for Matthew. Going into our next one. Person 1 is often clowning around, which is good because person 2 is known for being childish. Next one. Person 1 is very much a people pleaser with over 1 billion people served, while person 2 is known for spending much of his time in a city in Georgia. Okay, nothing there. We'll go to our third clue. Person 1 focuses his time on his fast food business, while person 2 has a wider range from enrolling in a community college to exploring a galaxy far, far away. Oh, Sarah.
Can I use my phone as Sven?
Yes, absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring in Sven. We'll just bring up the scores. Whoop, there we go. Sven, what do you think?
Oh man,
Ronald McDonald Glover?
I was just gonna say Donald Glover for the second part for sure. Yeah.
Atlanta, and then, yeah.
Okay. And let's jump back and take a look. Thank you, Sven. Ronald McDonald Glover. Great
I hate that.
job. Sorry you weren't needed there, Sven. Sarah got it anyway. Great job.
The fictional and like real people. That's balloons, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. That was not me, but
Me
that was really cool. Great job. 3 points for Sarah. Fantastic. So that is the end of that game. Let's go back to Sven again. and take a look at our scores. Go ahead, Sven.
I am so sorry, Ace. It seems like it was all in vain. Matt and Sarah just dominated this game. This game was meant for them. But it's okay. You still have another round.
Mm-hmm. And you were not that far off. We've seen people come back from much, much further. So, yeah, it's really anybody's game. Going into our final game, which, as always, is home stretch. Get those buzzers ready. Let me reset them. These are some just 10 multiple choice trivia questions spanning any topic you can possibly imagine. Be the quickest to buzz in and get it right to add a total of 3 points to your total. Get it right before the 4 multiple choice answers even come up, and you make that 4 points. That's something we introduced last time, and it was, I think, a really good idea from, I don't know if it was Ryan or Sasha who came up with it, but yeah. So if you're quick to the buzzer, you might get 4 points on this one. There's no penalties for wrong answers, and this is also, I was going to say this is the last chance to use your items, but you've all used them already. So let's go ahead and go into our first question. What is a group of flamingos called? Is it A, flamboyance, a pomposity, a flourish, or a pageantry? Sarah.
A flamboyant.
It is a flamboyance. That's 3 points for Sarah. Great job. Going into our second question. What is the address of Sherlock Holmes? I don't know if anybody buzzed in on that one. Is it 3 Abbey Road? Oh, damn. Sorry. Sarah.
221B Baker Street.
It is Baker Street. Sarah's running away with this. That is 3 more points for Sarah. Going into our next question. Which of the following was not a team on the show Legends of the Hidden Temple? Come on, 90s kids, here we go. The Blue Barracudas, the Purple Parrots, the Silver Monkeys, or the Orange Iguanas? Matthew.
Silver Monkeys.
Correct. It was the Silver Snakes and the Green Monkeys. The Silver Monkey was that statue nobody could put together. Great job. 3 points for Matthew. Going into the next question. The show Jersey Shore loosely translates to what title in Japan? Is it called the Cannoli Gang, the Italian Pizza Party, the Macaroni Rascals, or the Sneaky Ravioli Boys and Girls? Ace.
I mean, I'm going to go with Sneaky Ravioli Boys and Girls just because it's funny.
You didn't know this off the top of your head?
No.
It is
Can't say I
not
did.
Sneaky Ravioli Boys and Girls. I made that up. Sarah was second to buzz in.
Macaroni Rascals.
It is Macaroni Rascals.
Wow.
Great job.
Amazing.
Dan, do we
watched
lose?
it.
Do we lose points if we get it wrong? We don't, right?
No.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah, so great job. 3 points for Sarah. Going into the next one. Which of the following artists never performed in the Eurovision Song Contest? ABBA, Celine Dion, Flo Rida, or Pink? Sarah.
I'm going to go with Pink.
The answer is Pink. Great job. Flo Rida performed with San Marino a couple years back in a song that I personally still love. Great job. 3 more points for Sarah. Going into our next question. William Shakespeare invented over 1,700 words. Which of the following is not one of them? Bedroom, eyeball, fashionable, trumpet. Ace was first.
Eyeball.
It is not eyeball. He invented that word. Sarah.
Bedroom.
It's not bedroom. Matthew.
Trumpet.
It's trumpet. He did not invent the word trumpet. He did invent the word fashionable. I love that. So that's 3 points for Matthew. Going into our next one. What is the cardboard sleeve put around a hot cup of coffee called? Is it a zarf? Is it a nud? Is it a floop? Or is it a gimli? Ace was first.
Well, I used to work at Starbucks. You would think I would know this, but I've never heard of any of these words. I'm going to go with a nude.
A what?
Whatever it's called. The GNUD.
Oh,
Nude.
nud. It is not
Nud.
nud. Nud was the first name of somebody I worked with at an old job that I cannot stop thinking about. Sarah.
Well, Floop was on Spy Kids. Gimli was on. I just watched it for the first time recently. Lord of the Rings. Zarf. I'm gonna go with Zarf. Final answer.
Not only did you get that right, you got exactly where the other 2 words came from. 3 points for Sarah. Great job. It is a Zarf. You didn't call it a Zarf at Starbucks?
No, we just called it a sleeve, so I was like, I don't know what the hell this means.
Yeah. I had to look this one up like 3 times because I was like, this seems like it's made up. This doesn't seem
It
real.
does feel fake.
Yeah, it feels completely fake.
Absolutely.
But no, it's called Zarf. Going into our next question, how many Valentine's Day cards are exchanged each year worldwide? 1 million, 750 million, 1.3 billion, or 2.5 billion? Ace was first.
I'm gonna go with 1.3 billion.
It's not 1.3 billion. Going to Sarah.
750 million.
It's not 750 million. Matthew.
Okay, it's got to be 2.5 billion then.
It's 2.5 billion. Yes. Incredible. 3 points for Matthew. Going into the next question. What was the name of the first artificial satellite launched into space in 1957? Go, Matthew.
Sputnik 1.
Sputnik 1.
I was
Yep.
going to say, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Sputnik 1. So that's 4 points for Matthew for technically getting it before they popped up. That was my issue there with tricky fingers. 4 points for Matthew. Going into our next question. According to a recent poll, which song appears on 24% of all wedding playlists, the most of any other song? Whoever was most recently at a wedding might have an advantage here. Here are the options. Is it I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston, Dancing Queen by ABBA, Yeah by Usher, and Mr. Brightside by The Killers? Sarah was first.
I hope it's Mr. Brightside.
It's not Mr. Brightside. Ace.
I was gonna go with Dancing Queen.
It's not Dancing Queen. Matthew?
I Want to Dance with Somebody.
It was I Want to Dance with Somebody. A quarter of all wedding playlists have the song, and these are actually the top 4 songs on wedding playlists, and they are in that order. Great job. That is 3 points for Matthew, and that is the end of our game. Going into the final here, let's see who our winner is. The winner is Matthew. Great job, Matthew. You won by 1 point.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You
That's
won.
crazy.
Let's go back in here. These were the final scores at the end of the game. Matthew, you just barely eked it out there. Sarah had a really commanding lead at the start of home stretch.
And not only that, but Sarah knew the answers to the questions that she got right in that last round, and like most of the ones that I got, I totally backed into after multiple incorrect answers. So, Sarah, that was crazy.
That was very fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the motto of the show should be dumb luck, truly. But
Yeah.
you aced it there. Fantastic. 37 points. Matthew, you are the winner. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much for playing. I was really, really excited for this episode. Yeah, this was a whole lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun too. I'm going to use this time if anybody has anything they want to plug. Anybody?
Ace.
I mean, I will shout out Cautious Castle. I help on production with that one. Also, the San Diego Challenge is having a season coming up, so they're doing a Survivor Trials, which the host of Cautious Castle, Kyle, is also a part of. I'll always shout out those two. That's where I got my start on LRGs, ORGs. I also have my own game that I am actually just now posting season 1 of, which Sarah was on. So if you would like to see that, go to @aced_it.game on Instagram, and I'll be posting season 1, and there may just be a season 2 coming out later. So keep an eye out for that.
Very cool. Oh, I love
Amazing. I got a few things. If you're in the Portland area, we run a Survivor LRG and watch party group up here called Survivor PDX. So check us out on Instagram. Also, if you're in the Portland area, my wonderful wife, Dylan, is going to be performing in a song contest here on Thursday for her new song, Portland in the Spring, which comes out March 6th. Make sure to pre-save it, Dylan Landau, on Spotify. And then also, I run Gibbs Games, which is a community of social strategy lovers who play games together all the time. We have Zoom traders a couple times a month, and our next game is this Saturday. Very exciting. So check out Gibbs Games on YouTube. And yeah, everyone on this call has played Zoom Traders except for Sven. So Sven, we got to change that.
Yeah, we do. I'll get right on that.
And Sven, if you haven't seen my time on Gibbs Games, I aced it. Just so you know, I aced Zoom Traders. It went as good as it could go.
I tuned in for every time you were on, so yeah.
Oh, a very short amount of time. Yeah, it's fine. It's
You were
whatever.
iconic, Dan. You were iconic.
Thank you. I don't know if you keep scores on how everybody does, like episode to episode, but I'm gonna guess that I'm the worst player to ever play. So throwing that out there. Fantastic. All right, but this was a whole lot of fun. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. I can't even see how many folks we have in the chat right now, but you know, this was a blast. Thank you guys so much. Thank you three for joining us. Thank you to Sven and the rest of the behind the scenes crew. If you're watching this right now, throw a like, throw a subscribe. I would love if we could hit 50 by the end of the night. That would be incredible. If you want to play this, go ahead and look at the link in our bio. We're always accepting applications. We've got the next month all ready to go. But we are still looking for people for the month after that, and so on and so forth until I run out of games or get bored.
Which is hopefully never.
Was that?
Which is hopefully never.
I'll probably do this forever. Who am I kidding? This has been too much fun putting these together. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. And yeah, with that, say goodbye, players.
Bye, players.